Michael Thompson was a man who had built his fortune through hard work and smart decisions. He owned several businesses and lived in a large house in California. Michael was not just rich, he was kind and trusted people easily. But he had learned over the years that trust could sometimes bring trouble. One peaceful afternoon, Michael was sitting in his study, reading the news on his laptop. The sun was shining through the big windows, and the house was quiet except for the soft ticking of the clock. Anna, his housemaid, was busy cleaning the living room downstairs. Suddenly, Michael's phone rang. The number was unknown, and the caller ID showed a different country code. Michael was curious but also careful. He picked up the phone slowly. "Hello, this is Michael Thompson," he said politely. "Hello, Mr. Thompson. My name is Sheikh Omar," a voice answered. The voice was calm and serious, with a soft Middle Eastern accent. "I am calling from Dubai. I need your help." Michael frowned slightly. "Dubai? What kind of help do you need, Sheikh Omar?" The man's voice grew urgent. "I am involved in a very important business deal. It is worth $250 million. But there is a problem. Someone is trying to scam me, and I am trapped. If I lose this money, it will destroy my family and my business." Michael listened carefully. The Sheikh's story sounded complicated but honest. He explained that a group of scammers was trying to trick him with fake documents and false promises. The Sheikh needed someone he could trust to help protect his money and stop the scam. Michael thought for a moment. He was used to dealing with business, but this was different. He was not sure if the call was real or a trick. Still, something in the man's voice made Michael want to help. "Can you send me the details by email?" Michael asked. "Yes, of course," said the Sheikh. "But it is very complicated. I would like to speak to you personally." Before Michael could answer, he heard footsteps upstairs. It was Maria, Anna's daughter. Maria was a quiet and intelligent girl. She was 18 and helped her mother with housework after school. But there was something special about Maria that no one in the house knew. Maria had a secret talent. When she was younger, she had learned Arabic from a neighbor in their neighborhood. She had spent many hours practicing the language quietly in her room. It was her dream to learn and speak Arabic perfectly one day. Maria walked into the study, curious about the voice on the phone. She listened carefully for a moment. Then she said softly, "Excuse me, sir. I can speak Arabic. Maybe I can help." Michael looked at her with surprise. "You speak Arabic?" Maria nodded shyly. "Yes, sir. I learned it by myself. If you want, I can talk to the caller." Michael was unsure but decided to take a chance. "Okay, Maria. You can try." Maria smiled and took the phone carefully. "Assalamu alaikum," she said clearly, greeting the caller in Arabic. There was a brief pause. The caller seemed surprised but replied, "Wa alaikum assalam. Who is this?" Maria answered confidently, asking questions in perfect Arabic. She used words and phrases that only a native speaker would understand. Slowly, she began to notice things that did not sound right. The caller's answers were not honest. Michael watched quietly, amazed by Maria's skill. He had never seen this side of her before. Maria's voice was calm but firm, and she was not afraid to ask the difficult questions. After several minutes, the caller's tone changed. He became nervous and less sure. It was clear to Maria and Michael that the man was not telling the truth. He was trying to trick Michael with a scam. Maria ended the call politely. I am sorry, but this is not real. It is a fake. Michael thanked her and hung up the phone. He felt a mix of relief and pride. Maria had saved him from a very big mistake. Later that evening, Michael sat with Anna and Maria at the dinner table. He told them what had happened and praised Maria for her courage and knowledge. Anna smiled with tears in her eyes. She was proud of her daughter but had never imagined she would be a hero like this. Michael said kindly, Maria, you have a special gift. I want to help you learn more and use your talents to help others. Maria felt a warm glow inside. For the first time, she believed her dreams could come true. That night, Michael could not stop thinking about the call. He realized how important it was to trust people but also to be careful. He was grateful for the unexpected help from a quiet young girl who spoke perfect Arabic. And so, what started as a simple phone call would soon change the lives of Michael, Maria, and Anna forever. The next morning, Michael woke up early. The sun was just rising, and soft light filled his bedroom. Even though the house was quiet, Michael's mind was busy thinking about the phone call from the day before. He sat at the kitchen table with a cup of coffee, staring at his phone. The memory of the caller's voice and Maria's quick Arabic answers stayed with him. Michael knew the call was suspicious, but he was not sure how deep the problem went. Anna was preparing breakfast nearby. She noticed Michael's thoughtful face and asked softly, "Is everything okay, sir?" Michael smiled at her kindly. "Yes, Anna. Just thinking about yesterday's call." Anna looked at Maria, who was quietly eating her toast. Maria's face was calm but serious. Michael's assistant, Laura, arrived at the house shortly after. She was organized and smart, always ready to help Michael with business matters. Michael explained everything to Laura. There was a man calling from Dubai. He said he was a sheikh, but Maria spoke to him in Arabic and said it was a scam. Laura raised her eyebrows. A $250 million scam? That is serious. We should check everything carefully. Michael nodded. I agree. But first, I want to learn more about the caller. Maybe Maria can help again. Maria listened with interest. She was nervous but also excited. This was the first time she was involved in something important like this. Let me speak to him again, Maria said quietly. I want to find out if this man is really from Dubai or just pretending. Michael thought for a moment. Okay, Maria. You can try. But be careful. Maria smiled and took the phone. She dialed the number and waited. The phone rang twice, then the same calm voice answered, "This is Sheikh Omar." Maria greeted him again in Arabic and asked, "Where exactly in Dubai are you now?" There was a pause. The voice on the other end sounded unsure. "I am in the city," he said vaguely. Maria pressed further. "Which part of the city? Can you name a famous place nearby?" The caller hesitated. I am near the airport." Maria frowned. "Dubai airport is large. Can you tell me the exact location? Are you in Terminal 1 or Terminal 3? The caller's voice became nervous. I am at the hotel near the airport." Maria was not convinced. The answers were too general, and the tone was not confident. She started asking about the language too. "Your Arabic sounds different," she said. "Are you sure you are from Dubai? Some words you use are not common here." The caller's voice changed. "I have traveled a lot. Maybe my Arabic is different." Maria was not satisfied. She decided to test him with a question only a true native speaker would know. What do you call the Dubai fountain in Arabic? There was a long silence. Then, the man said the wrong word. Maria's heart sank. It was clear now this man was not telling the truth. Michael was listening nearby. He felt a mix of relief and anger. Relief that Maria had found the truth, but anger that someone tried to trick him. Maria, thank you, Michael said after she ended the call. You saved me from a big problem. Maria smiled shyly. I just wanted to help. Laura took out her laptop and began searching for the phone number and the details Michael had received from the caller. After some time, she looked up. Michael, this number is linked to many complaints online. People say it's part of a scam group pretending to be rich businessmen. Michael nodded slowly. We need to be careful. Let's make sure no one else falls for this. Anna joined the conversation. I am proud of Maria, she said softly. She used her knowledge to protect you. Maria felt a warm feeling inside. She never thought her secret language skill would be so important. Michael decided to take action. I will contact my lawyer and the police. This scam is serious, and we must stop it. That afternoon, Michael's lawyer came to the house. He listened to the story and the proof Maria had found. The lawyer was impressed by Maria's courage and skill. Michael, you were lucky to have someone like Maria, the lawyer said. Scammers use many tricks, but knowledge is the best defense. Michael agreed. I want to make sure this never happens again. Meanwhile, Maria began to feel more confident. She was no longer just the quiet maid's daughter. She had a voice, and it mattered. That evening, Michael sat with Maria and Anna again. He told them, Maria, you have a special gift. You saved me from losing a lot of money. I want to help you learn more and use your skills for good. Maria looked at him with shining eyes. Thank you, sir. I want to learn and help people. Michael smiled warmly. I will make sure you get the best education possible. Maria's dreams felt closer than ever. She had helped a billionaire stop a scam. She was ready for a new future. As the night came, Michael thought about the strange call. It was more than just a scam. It was a test of trust, courage, and knowledge. And Maria had passed that test with flying colors. The day after the suspicious call, Michael felt both anxious and hopeful. His trust had been shaken, but thanks to Maria's sharp mind, he was more confident now. Yet, there was still a lot to learn about the scam, and Michael wanted to make sure nothing was missed. Maria, too, was excited. The attention she had received was new and strange, but she liked how her knowledge was helping others. She wanted to do more. That morning, Michael called a meeting with his assistant Laura and the legal team. He explained everything again, from the first call to Maria's discovery. Laura said, Michael, this scam is complicated. They use many fake papers and false stories to trick people. We need more proof to stop them. Michael agreed. Maria's skill with Arabic is our biggest advantage. Maybe she can help us get more information. The lawyer nodded. If we can communicate with the scammers directly, we might catch them in their lies. Maria felt a little nervous but proud. I will do my best. Later that day, Maria sat in the study with Michael and Laura. They had set up a special phone line to call the scammers again, but this time, they wanted to find out more about their plan. The phone rang, and the same voice answered, This is Sheikh Omar. Maria took a deep breath and spoke in fluent Arabic. Peace be upon you, Sheikh Omar. I want to understand more about the deal. How will the $250 million be transferred? The man sounded calm but less confident than before. The money will be moved through several banks. It is complicated but safe. Maria smiled slightly. Safe? I don't think so. Can you explain why the banks ask for extra fees? This is unusual. The caller hesitated. There are special conditions. I cannot explain. Maria pressed harder. Are you sure you are the real Sheikh? I am worried you are hiding something. Michael watched as Maria carefully asked questions, listening to every answer. The caller started to avoid details and gave vague replies. Suddenly, Michael's phone buzzed. It was a message from the police. They had traced the number, and it was linked to a criminal group known for scams. Michael shared the news with Maria and Laura. This confirms what we thought. These people are dangerous. Maria nodded, feeling a mix of fear and determination. We have to stop them. The next day, Michael and his team met with the police to plan their next move. Maria was invited to join the meeting. Her knowledge of Arabic and the scam's details would help the investigation. At the police station, Maria was nervous but focused. The officers welcomed her warmly. They explained how the scammers operated. They tricked wealthy people by pretending to be important businessmen or sheiks. Maria listened carefully. Then, the lead officer asked her to help with the phone calls. We want to catch these criminals in the act. Maria agreed without hesitation. For the next few days, Maria spoke on the phone with the scammers, pretending to be Michael's trusted assistant. She asked questions, caught them in lies, and collected important information. Each call was a challenge, but Maria's confidence grew. She could see how the scammers worked, and the police were getting closer to finding them. Back at home, Anna watched her daughter with pride. She knew Maria was brave and smart, but now others saw it too. One evening, Michael invited Maria and Anna to dinner. He wanted to thank them for their help. Maria, Michael said kindly, you have done more than I expected. You saved me from losing a fortune and helped the police find criminals. You are very special. Maria blushed but smiled. I just did what I could. Michael continued, I want to support you. Your skills are rare, and the world needs people like you. Anna held her daughter's hand. Maria has always dreamed of learning and helping others. Michael nodded. I will help make those dreams come true. Maria's heart filled with hope. She never imagined her quiet life would change so quickly. She was no longer just a maid's daughter, she was a hero, a helper, and a student ready to learn. That night, Maria sat by her window, looking at the stars. She thought about the journey ahead. It would not be easy, but she was ready. Michael's faith in her gave her strength. And as the world outside slept, Maria dreamed of a future filled with learning, courage, and hope. After days of careful work, the truth about the scam began to unfold. Michael, Maria, and the police team were now working closely together to stop the criminals behind the plan. Maria's conversations with the scammers had given the police valuable information. The criminals were part of a large group that used many fake companies and false papers to trick wealthy people around the world. One afternoon, Michael sat in his office, reviewing the documents and reports that the police had shared. The more he learned, the more shocked he became. This was not just a small trick, it was a carefully planned, dangerous scam. His assistant Laura joined him, looking serious. Michael, these people are very smart, but they made a mistake by trying to reach you. We have a chance to stop them. Michael nodded slowly. Thanks to Maria, we have proof. We must make sure justice is done. Meanwhile, Maria was busy practicing her Arabic every day. She knew the language had saved Michael from losing millions, and she wanted to become even better. Anna watched her daughter with pride. Maria, you are very brave. You have helped more than you realize. Maria smiled but said quietly, I just did what I had to do. One day, the police called Michael and Maria to their office. They had new information about the scammer's location. It was a warehouse on the edge of the city, used as their secret office. Michael and Maria felt a mix of excitement and nervousness. The police were ready to act, and they wanted to be sure everything was right before making a move. At the meeting, the lead officer explained, we have enough evidence to arrest the people behind the scam. This warehouse is where they keep their fake documents and computers. Maria listened carefully. She remembered how the scammers had talked about papers and deals during her phone calls. Michael thanked the police for their hard work. I hope this will stop others from being tricked. That evening, Michael invited Maria and Anna to dinner again. The house was filled with warm light, and the table was full of delicious food. Maria, Michael said kindly, you have shown great courage and wisdom. You have helped save many people from losing money. Maria blushed and looked at her mother. Anna smiled proudly. Michael continued, I want to help you with your dreams. If you want to study more Arabic or anything else, I will support you. Maria's eyes shone with hope. Thank you, sir. I want to learn everything I can. The next days passed quickly. The police prepared for the operation. Michael and Maria stayed close to support them. Finally, the day came. Early in the morning, police officers surrounded the warehouse. They moved carefully and quietly. Inside, they found many computers, fake papers, and lists of victims. The criminals were caught by surprise. Maria was there with Michael and the police, watching as the scammers were arrested one by one. It was a moment of victory for everyone. Michael felt proud of Maria. Her knowledge had made this possible. After the arrests, the police found proof that the scammers had tried to trick many other people, not just Michael. The case was bigger than anyone had thought. Michael promised to help the police find the victims and warn others about the scam. Maria felt proud but also humble. She knew this was only the beginning. Anna hugged her daughter tightly. You have done something very special. Maria smiled softly. I only want to keep learning and helping. That night, Michael sat in his study, thinking about what had happened. He realized how important it was to listen and trust those around him. Maria's talent had saved him from a great loss. But more than that, her courage had helped bring justice. Michael made a decision. He wanted to do more to help young people like Maria, who had hidden talents and dreams. And so, the story of the maid's daughter who spoke perfect Arabic was becoming known. It was a story of hope, courage, and truth. Maria's life was changing, and so was Michael's. Together, they were ready to face the future. After the successful police operation, things began to change for Michael, Maria, and Anna. The story of how Maria had helped stop a $250 million scam was slowly becoming known in their small community. People admired Maria's courage and talent, and Michael felt proud to have her and her mother close. One bright Saturday morning, Michael decided to invite Maria and Anna to his home for a special lunch. It was a warm day, and the garden was full of colorful flowers. The table was set with delicious food, and everything looked ready to welcome the two women. Maria felt nervous as she walked into the house. She was used to being quiet and unnoticed, but today felt different. Michael greeted them both with a warm smile. "Anna, Maria, I want to thank you again," Michael said kindly. Without Maria's knowledge and bravery, none of this would have been possible. Anna smiled softly. "We are grateful, sir. Maria is happy to help." Michael turned to Maria. "Maria, you have a special gift. I want to help you make the most of it." Maria looked at him, her eyes shining with hope. "Thank you, sir. I want to learn more and do good things with what I know." Michael nodded. "Good. I have been thinking about starting a foundation to help young people learn languages and skills that can change their lives. I would like you to be a part of it." Maria's heart beat faster. She could hardly believe it. From a quiet maid's daughter to someone who could help others. "Would you like that?" Michael asked. Maria smiled and nodded. "Yes, very much." Anna looked at Michael with gratitude. "You are very kind." After lunch, Michael gave Maria a small gift, a set of books and a tablet to help her study languages. "This is just the beginning," he said. Maria thanked him and promised to work hard. She felt stronger and more confident than ever. Over the next few weeks, Michael spent time with Maria and Anna, getting to know them better. They talked about dreams, challenges, and the future. Maria shared her love for languages and how she had secretly learned Arabic. She also spoke about her hopes to travel and study at a university one day. Michael listened carefully and said, "I will help you get there. Education is the key." Meanwhile, Maria continued to help the police by translating documents and speaking with other Arabic speakers. Her skills were becoming valuable in many ways. One day, Laura, Michael's assistant, surprised Maria with an invitation to attend a special language course at a local college. "This is for you," Laura said. "You deserve it." Maria was overjoyed. She thanked Laura and promised to do her best. Anna was proud but also a little worried. "Maria, it will be hard work. Are you ready?" Maria smiled. "Yes, Mother. I want to try." Michael supported Maria in every step. He arranged tutors, helped with school fees, and encouraged her to keep learning. As Maria worked hard in her classes, she also helped Anna with housework and cared for her family. Despite her busy days, Maria never forgot where she came from. One afternoon, Michael invited Anna and Maria to his office. "I want you both to know," he said, "that this is not just about money or business. It's about trust, kindness, and helping each other." Maria felt a warm feeling inside. She realized how much Michael cared for them. That day, a new bond was formed between the billionaire and the maid's daughter. It was a bond of respect and hope. Maria knew her life was changing, but she would always remember her roots and the people who loved her. Anna hugged Michael softly and said, "Thank you for believing in Maria." Michael smiled. "She believed in herself. I just helped a little." As the sun set that evening, Maria looked out of the window and dreamed of the future. She was ready to face any challenge. With Michael's support, she believed anything was possible. After the police caught the scammers and the danger passed, life slowly started to feel different for Maria and her family. The story of how Maria helped save Michael from losing millions was known by many now. People admired Maria's courage, and Michael continued to support her in every way he could. Michael had promised to help Maria follow her dreams. True to his word, he arranged for her to attend a local college. This was a big change for Maria, who had never been in a classroom like that before. She felt nervous but also excited. On her first day, Maria entered the classroom with a mix of hope and fear. The room was full of new faces, and the teacher greeted everyone warmly. Maria listened carefully to every word. She was eager to learn more about Arabic, English, and many other subjects. Every day after class, Maria studied hard at home. She practiced speaking, reading, and writing in Arabic and English. Her mother, Anna, watched her with pride but also worry. "Maria, remember to rest and take care of yourself," she said gently one evening. Maria smiled. "I will, mother. This chance is too important. I want to work hard." Michael often checked on Maria's progress. One afternoon, he brought her a laptop as a gift to help with her studies. "This is for you," he said kindly. "Use it to learn and explore the world." Maria felt grateful. The laptop was more than a tool, it was a sign of Michael's trust and belief in her. She promised herself she would not waste this chance. In class, Maria's teachers noticed her determination. Mrs. Williams, her Arabic tutor, said, "Maria, you have a great talent. Keep practicing and asking questions. Learning is a journey." Maria nodded. "I want to learn as much as I can." Besides her own studies, Maria also wanted to help others. She began teaching Arabic to children in her neighborhood. Every weekend, she gathered a small group of kids and taught them simple words and phrases. The children loved Maria's stories about different countries and cultures. They laughed at her games and listened carefully. Maria felt happy to share her knowledge. One day, Michael invited Maria and Anna to his office for a meeting. The large room was bright and filled with books and computers. "I want to tell you about the foundation we started," Michael said. "It helps young people learn languages and skills to change their lives. Maria, we want you to be a part of it." Maria's eyes sparkled. "Thank you, sir. I would love to help." Michael smiled. "Your story is inspiring. It shows what courage and hard work can do." Anna felt tears in her eyes. "Thank you for believing in Maria." Michael replied, "She believed in herself. I only helped a little." At home, Maria continued to study and help her mother with daily tasks. She never forgot where she came from, and she stayed humble and kind. One afternoon, Maria received a letter from a university. They offered her a scholarship to study languages further. It was the opportunity she had dreamed of. Maria shared the news with Michael and Anna. They celebrated together, feeling proud and hopeful. Michael said, "This is only the beginning, Maria. The future is yours to build." Maria looked ahead with hope. She knew there would be challenges, but she was ready to face them. With courage, kindness, and knowledge, Maria was no longer just a maid's daughter. She was a young woman ready to change the world. Months had passed since the scam was stopped, and life was slowly changing for Maria, Anna, and Michael. The story of the maid's daughter who spoke perfect Arabic and saved a billionaire from losing $250 million had become well known, inspiring many people. Maria's days were full of study and new experiences. Thanks to Michael's support, she was now attending a local college, learning not only Arabic but also English literature, history, and computer skills. Every day, she worked hard, eager to learn and grow. Anna watched her daughter with pride and sometimes worry. "Maria, remember to rest too," she said gently one evening. Maria smiled and squeezed her mother's hand. "I will, mother. I want to make you proud." Michael also stayed involved. He often called Maria to check on her progress and sent tutors to help when needed. He saw her potential and wanted to make sure nothing stopped her from reaching her dreams. One afternoon, Michael invited Maria and Anna to his office again. The large room was filled with books and sunlight. "I have good news," Michael said warmly. "Our foundation is growing. We have started a program to help young people from different backgrounds learn languages and skills. You will be a part of it, Maria." Maria's eyes shone. "Thank you, sir. I want to help others too." Michael nodded. "That's the spirit. You have seen how important knowledge is." Maria also began giving simple lessons to other children in her neighborhood. She taught them Arabic words, sharing her love for the language and her culture. The children loved her stories and the way she explained things with kindness. One day, a reporter came to interview Maria about her journey. She was nervous but spoke honestly. "I was just a girl from a small family," Maria said. "But I believe anyone can learn and help others. It is not about where you start, but where you want to go." The interview was published in a local newspaper. Many people were inspired by Maria's story. Some even sent letters and messages, thanking her for giving them hope. Anna smiled when she read the messages. "Maria, you have touched many lives." Maria felt happy but humble. She knew her journey was just beginning. Meanwhile, Michael's business continued to grow, but his thoughts often returned to Maria and her family. He realized that success was not only about money but about helping others find their way. One evening, Michael invited Maria and Anna to a small celebration at his house. There were friends, tutors, and some children from the neighborhood. Michael raised a glass and said, "To Maria, a brave, kind, and smart young woman who reminds us all that courage and knowledge can change the world." Everyone cheered, and Maria felt a deep sense of belonging. After the celebration, Maria walked with Anna in the garden. The stars shone bright above them. "Mother," Maria said softly, "I want to keep learning, keep helping, and one day, travel to new places." Anna nodded, tears in her eyes. "I am proud of you, my daughter." Maria smiled and looked at the sky. The future was full of possibilities. She knew there would be challenges, but she was ready. Because she had learned that with courage, kindness, and knowledge, even the smallest person can make a big difference. And so, the story of the maid's daughter who spoke perfect Arabic ended, but only to begin a new chapter filled with hope, dreams, and a bright future.